Life is so scary sometimes. It truly, truly, truly is. Like, I dropped a very, very, very good video yesterday called The Soldiers of Milan, breaking them down, details, a bit more stats, in-game examples. Soldiers of Milan have lost to Lazio and they've been knocked out of the Coppa Italia. Like, it's actually so mad. Dropped the video yesterday praising them and they go on and perform like that. And I'm just going to put it out there bright and early. I don't think they cared. You see me when I watch a game of football, like I'm monitoring everything, yeah. Like I'm like Sherlock Holmes, bro. I'm just always like constantly observing things, looking left, right, who's behind my back, who's ahead of me, all of that stuff. And I'm watching today like the tactics, the setup, who's playing where, who's doing well, who's connecting with who. But I'm also looking at like Allegri on the side. I'm looking at like the players' body language. Are they playing with any like form of intensity? Are they hungry? Are they eager to prove themselves? Because let's be real, it's Coppa Italia and Allegri rotated the team in a sense. So some of these guys are getting minutes for the first time in a while. I don't think Milan Allegri care about being knocked out of Coppa Italia. I don't know. Like maybe it's wrong of me to say, but I was watching that performance and I promise you guys, I promise you guys, I promise you guys. Next time I put a camera in my room just to show you guys the reactions, yeah? After the first 5 minutes, I was like, these dudes ain't winning. These dudes are not winning. I'm not saying they're going to get spanked. I'm not saying they're going to go on and lose 3, 4, 5, 6. No, they'll probably lose 1-0. But even when they go down to 1-0, you're not going to see the best of reactions. You're not going to see any intensity. Like, even like when the game ended, bro, like you look at them, like some looked angry, some looked completely normal, like some looked frustrated, but I don't know. And then like I've gone on social media and I see like very divided opinions. Like some people are annoyed because they have no faith in this team going on to win the Scudetto now that they've only got one game a week besides the Super Coppa, which is like a 1-week tournament. Some people are happy because they're like, listen, we're now guaranteed one game a week. We can now preserve our energy. We can now, like, Pulisic, for example, you've seen him this season in and out of the team because of injury. Pulisic has now got himself a guaranteed 7 days between every single game. And I'll be real, in the Serie A, one game a week, it's a cheat code. Look at Napoli last season. Like, it works. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, when I see a performance like that, I feel like the only way I can give you guys some insight, make sure to like and subscribe. How can I forget? The only way I can give you guys some form of insight when I watch a game like that and a performance like that, I just like to do player ratings. I'll be honest, I just like to do player ratings. So let's just discuss these players in detail. Let me know who impressed you, who didn't like step up to the plate. Mike Maignan, there was a good save. There was one very, very, very good save, like straight after Lazio had scored. I thought it would have been game over by then. Mike Maignan for me is like steady Eddie. Like I don't think once this season his performances have dropped below a 7. Okay, I don't really care about those scores. Yeah, they've given him a 7.2. I just don't think his performances once have dropped below a 7, and you could see he's maintained it. Yeah, like I think Mike Maignan was decent. I don't think he was tested that much, but whenever he was, he stepped up to the plate. The goal, I don't know. Like, you know what it is? I always sympathize with goalkeepers when they concede from corners. Like, unless it's a corner that you can come out and claim, I sympathize with them because I'm like, that's where you're now looking at your team, looking at your defenders and saying to them, listen, just get the jump on the player and get the connection with the ball before them. Like, you have to bear in mind, like, Sakani, we're talking from 3-4 yards connected with the ball. You hardly see goalkeepers make saves, like, if it's just directly from a corner and it's a header. But Mike Maignan, for me, was good. Tomori, funny enough, I love him. I think he's great. I don't think Tomori had a good game, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think Tomori, for me, he was very wayward in possession. Like, a lot of times he made the wrong pass. Defensively, he's good, but I feel like a lot of times, like, he was being a bit too extravagant, shall we say, like, in possession. And then he would, like, it would bite him in the arse and then he'd have to get back. I don't think it was his best of performances, but, like, I'm not saying they completely destroyed him. Funnily enough, De Vinter, I think De Vinter was the player that got beat for the Lazio header. I think De Vinter had a good game. I'll be right. I don't know. I like De Vinter, I'll be honest with you guys. I think I have a little soft spot for him. But that sounds a bit crazy. But as in, I like the player. What I'm trying to say is, I think he was good, bro. Like, you know what's so crazy? He was winning every header. He was getting onto the end of every single cross, clearing every single cross. And I think he was to blame for the Zaccagni goal. I think he just got out jumped. I don't think he anticipated the run. De Vinter, I think he had a far better game than a 6.6. Pavlovic, I don't think Pavlovic was great, but once again, I don't think he was bad. Like, Lazio weren't amazing. Like, they genuinely weren't amazing. Like, I'll be real, it was genuinely a very, very, very crap 90-minute game of football. Pavlovic, I don't think he was great, and I don't think like he was horrendously rubbish. Salamakers, I don't think he was as involved as we've seen him as of late. Like, he had a few opportunities. I don't know what it is. Like, Salamakers today played like he was tired, if you know what I mean. Like, Salamakers for me is like a hamster on steroids, if you know what I mean. Like, when I watch him in the Serie A, like, he's just full of energy, full pelt, always going at the opposition, full of trickery, dynamism. Today, like, he genuinely looked tired, yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was the reason why he got hooked off. Like, he just wasn't into the game. Richie, I think Richie grew into the game. I don't think Richie had an amazing start. I think, like, how do I put it? Like, Richie's one of those players where it's like, I feel like today, without Luka Modric, Allegri was looking at him and saying, this is your, like, you've done well this season, but this is now your opportunity. Can you go away from home to Lazio? Tough ground, tough opposition, hostile atmosphere. Like, they've got the most clean sheets in the Serie A. Like, Lazio have got the most clean sheets in the Serie A for a reason. They are very, very, very difficult to break down. On top of the fact that they're a very physical team. Richie with today, I feel like it's like the occasion got to him. Like, you could see he's very passive, like very safe on the ball, very secure. Oh, there were so many moments where he'd receive the ball and I'm like, brother, take it on the turn. Take it on the turn and progress. Take it on the turn and progress. Nah. 2 touches backwards. Second half, I feel like he grew more into it. But I'm not going to say it was like an amazing Richie performance. Yashari, I think you could safely say this is like his Milan debut. It's his first official start. I actually liked what I saw from Yashari. I'll be honest with you guys. Very similar to Richie, yeah. You have to bear in mind, Yashari was like playing in like the Modric role today, where he was like the regista. He was like the one dropping deep, let me progress play. I think he looked far better in the second half. First half, I sympathise with him. I don't think this dude's played football in like 3-4 months. To be thrown into the mix away from home, Lazio, a very physical team, and now you're stepping into the shoes of Luka Modric and doing what Luka Modric has been doing since August till now, it's a bit difficult. But in the second half, I liked him. Like, there were a few switches of play that I liked. I loved his confidence. Like, so many times he pick up the ball from the centre-backs and pressure is being applied, but he doesn't panic. Like, he just carries through the pressure. Yashari, that was a good performance. I'll be honest with you guys. What they've given him, 6.9. I'll probably like boost it to like a 7, 7.5. Rabiot, funnily enough, I have a different opinion on. I don't think Rabiot was good today. I think today Rabiot took it upon himself and he was like, listen, I'm going to war with kids. Yeah, with all due respect, I'm going to war tonight with kids in a very tough ground. I've got Richie by my side and Yashari, okay? I'm going to step up and be the alpha male, okay? I don't think the alpha male role suits him. I'm just being completely honest with you guys. I think Rabiot alongside Modric, where it's like now he's got a role and he knows what he needs to do to like accommodate and help somebody like Luka Modric. He flourishes in that role. But like today, I was seeing him be a bit more aggressive with his passing, like always looking to pass the ball forwards. And maybe it's because he was looking to his right and thinking, Richie, you're struggling. Yashari, you're a little bit nervous, okay? Let me step up. Seeing as I'm the experienced pro and I've got like 10 years on you guys, let me step up. And I don't think that role suited him. I genuinely don't think that role suited him. Like, I don't think he had the best of games. Estupiñán, funnily enough, before you guys always say, oh, how do you love Estupiñán? I think he had a good game. I want to be real. I like Estupiñán. I actually like Estupiñán. Maybe it's because like I'm always blinded by the fact that I saw him do so well at Brighton in the Premier League. I like Estupiñán. I don't think Estupiñán, you could see, very similar to Richie. He grew into the game. Yeah, like towards the end, you could see him getting onto the end of passes, putting crosses into the box. Like, I like Estupiñán. I'm gonna be really, really, really honest. Like, even when he went off, I was a little bit surprised because I was thinking like he's beginning to pick up. Like, fair enough, you bring on Bartasaghi. At the moment, Bartasaghi's got like form and confidence on his side. But I probably would have rolled the dice and just kept Estupiñán on. I think that's fair. I think 7 out of 10 for Estupiñán is very fair. Loftus-Cheek. See, it's a tough one with Loftus-Cheek. I petition sometimes for him to start. But then when he does start, he doesn't look that good. You know what I mean? Like, Ruben Loftus-Cheek might seriously be not the best, but like just a super sub. Like, he might just be one of those players where he plays his game best coming off the bench when the opposition are a little bit more tired. When you come off the bench, you don't really come on with any pressure on your shoulders, especially when you bear in mind, like, a lot of the times when he does come on, Milan are 1-0 up. Milan are now inviting pressure, playing on the counter. that's where it aids him, because like now he's got so much space in behind to carry the ball. Yo, today, Loftus-Cheek against like a low block of Lazio, he didn't look good. He did, like, I'm not saying he was horrible. I don't think anybody was horrible. I'm being honest. I don't think anybody was horrible. It was just a very like seasonless performance. Yeah, it was stale, no season, no salt, no pepper, nothing. Yeah, that's how we say pepper in the UK. My point is, I don't think he was that good. Liao, I'm a little bit disappointed in. Like, he had a few opportunities. He got himself into dangerous areas, but the final ball was lacking. He had that chance from Estupinian where, like, fair enough, it came onto him on his left foot, but you could see he leaned a little bit too backwards. I feel like he panicked. This was a game where I was looking at it and thinking, if Milan were to score and go through, it's coming from Liao, whether it's the assist or the goal. I don't think he was that good, but I'll be honest, guys, like, these are one of those games where you put so much pressure on Liao's back, because he practically went to war today against Lazio, away from home. No Modric, who's been the best conductor of play this season at Milan. No Pulisic. Like, no, I'm very surprised Nkunku didn't play. I really would have played Nkunku. I genuinely would have played Nkunku. Like, he didn't really have the plays in and around him. Fair enough, Salamakers is usually like his Batman and Robin, but Robin got hooked off on like the 45th minute when it comes to Salamakers. I don't think he had the pieces around him, but having said all of that, you expect better from somebody like of Liao's quality. I don't think Liao was great. So looking at all of these ratings that I've managed to get from online, I think Estupinian is fair. I think Tomori is a little bit exaggerated. I think De Vintas can be a little bit better, but like the way these apps work is if you get yourself a yellow card, they take you down by like 0.5. I think Yashari could be higher. Yeah, like I think it's pretty fair. Like, besides those 3-4 players, I think it's pretty fair. But Milan are knocked out. It's a bit of a different video. Hope I've entertained you guys for about 12 minutes. Don't worry, Serie A is back. Well, actually, no, Milan not even playing on the weekend. Milan are playing what? Milan play on Monday? Milan play on Monday? I completely forgot who they're playing against. But yeah, make sure you guys have a good weekend. I don't know why I've paused. I'll be so real. Like, just have a good weekend. Spend some time with family, loved ones. Have some good food. And I'll catch you guys on Monday.